Troll Week, product placement with Troll Week. We've got Cash and we've got Horse, and then we got Gren Maju and Eiza. On YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis Excellent Alta. Welcome you back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today is day 43, the next to last day of Troll Week. That week where we troll the bejeebus out of people by playing trolling cards. And of course, you can't play a week around trolling without some good Gren Maju to Eiza, the big red boy who likes to make himself stronger for everything that gets banished. It's kind of like Skull Servants, but with banished stuff. So we got ourselves a Gren Maju deck, trying to go second here with this deck, beat over my opponent. But we have some other little, knickknacks here and there. We got the Horse lineup, we got the Kashtira bunch, just trying to troll the heck out of people with cards that are really annoying to certain decks. So here we got our deck here today. I'm going to show out the wombos and the combos, the what do's and the what not do's. Have ourselves a good old time going second and hitting our opponent for lots of damage. So as always, the deck profile will be at the end, and if you want to see it, that's where it'll be. For now, we're going to go into the episode, dueling our hearts out. Don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe, because it's time to troll people once again. Alright, everybody, our first opponent of the day in another card game. I actually remembered to change the background today. We're going to be going second with it, but yeah, every 10 days we've been trying to change the background. I kind of forgot again. So, yeah, we'll fix that up a little bit. So, opening hand looks pretty decent, fairly decent. We're up against Witchcrafters, which can be crafty. That's kind of the whole point of them. They're all about being crafty and stuff. So we'll see where this is going to go. If he starts with Heine, that could be an issue. But Madame Vere won't work so well against like Imseti and the like, so we'll be good in that respect. So it'll all depend on where this is going to go. This is a going second deck. We're just trying to go second. Hit our opponent really hard. Gren Maju is in here, but he's not, here at the moment. But the Soul Absorption gives me hope. So we'll see where this is going to go. Yeah, get your boys straight, as you do. Get back that spell, because you didn't activate the darn thing. That's Witchcrafters in a nutshell for you. Okay. So now it's our turn. Let's go ahead and activate Imseti, the Glory of Horus. Discarding him and just anybody. It could be anybody I want. No! Okay. That's annoying, but it's not game ending. Let's put it that way. That was his only copy of that, so I'm just going to end my turn. Make him think I got nothing, which technically I don't, but, he doesn't know that. So, yeah, that's neither here nor there. That was a lucky shot. Lucky shot. He had the one thing that could negate Imseti in the grave, but that's not a problem. It's not, because now I can just use the other one. It's all good. Alright, so you're going to get Schmidta again. And I assume you have, well, he can ditch Buy Street. That's the thing. He ditch Buy Street if he wanted to. We'll see if he does or not. Because that's not a battle phase quickie. It's a main phase quickie. So the only thing I'm worried about right now is Heine, which can target and pop things. But other than that, it's Witchcrafter, so not that big of a deal. Alright, Foolish Burial. And I got Birth. I like that. I like that a lot. What is this? Witchcrafter Masterpiece. Okay. Cool. If you don't mind, I'm going to try this again. I'm just going to try it again, unless you mind it. What is this? I know it's part of summoning Magistus from the deck or the hand. Okay. Oh, he just gets a strap summoning a witch. Okay, it is Heine. Let's see. What's this do again? Let's see. Discard a spell, target a card your opponent controls, and destroy it. Damn it! Stop doing that. I don't like it. You know what? If he's going to do that, let's be smart about things and start with Foolish Burial. This way, let's see. I need... Yeah, I still need Unicorn for this. Okay, I still need Unicorn for this. So the plan is, we'll go for the Kashtira elements of this deck first. He only has one pop. That's the thing. He only has the one pop. So if I can bait out Heine, he knows I have King Sark, so you gotta troll people with the mind games. That's what we're doing here. So we'll use our Kashtira Birth. This will bring back Unicorn. I'll be locked into Exceed summons because of what I'm going to be doing, but I don't really care. It'll work either way. So yeah, we'll get out our Unicorn, use his ability. He does have the one negate, but how many spells do you have left is the question. Because he needs to discard a spell for Madame Vert to negate stuff. Okay. He'll get rid of By Street for that one. Cool. Yeah, unfortunately, Unicorn won't work there, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's activate our Soul Absorption spell. Yeah, that's right. I'm playing Soul Absorption too. What say ye to that? And let's activate... How many horses are in the grave? We got 3 in the graveyard. That's plenty. Let's go ahead and activate King Stark. And maybe he has something to discard, but maybe I'm hoping he doesn't. That's the hope anyway. So we'll get back Imseti. Go ahead. Remove Sarko now. If you do, well, you're going to be in trouble, son, because then you can start activating everybody's effects. So now we're just going to bring back all the Horus boys. And I could go for Saryuji here, but I feel like that's a bit... It's a bit too soon to go for Saryuji. I prefer to leave these on the board for a turn before I do that. But we'll activate Gold Sark anyway. Go ahead and banish ourselves Necroface so I can start milling my opponent out. Alrighty. That'll activate everything. We're going to go ahead and my opponent surrenders. Oh my god. I out-trolled the troll, I guess. Okay, well that was all the little bits of our deck doing its thing, and that's pretty cool too. Gren Maju, he's still waiting in the wing, and we're getting ready to summon him. But I was getting everything set up. Necro was going to banish 5 cards. I was going to gain a whole bunch of life points. Heck, if I milled another Necroface, maybe this guy was playing Necroface, I don't know. But basically, I was going to mill my opponent out, gain a bunch of life points, beat over everything he loved, and that was going to be game right there regardless. So I'm pretty sure I had this dude. My opponent just couldn't handle it. So let's go over for duel number 2. Show off what this deck's really meant to do. Get out Gren Maju. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alright, we're going second again. Here we go. What are we going to have for a hand? Certainly an interesting hand. Oh, I didn't get to do the thing. Hold on. What is this? Ostinato. Perfect opponent for my Dimension Shifter. Now, you might be thinking Dimension Shifter a bad idea, considering I'm playing like Horuses and stuff, but this'll work. It'll be fine. I mean, he's going to get up Botcha and all that, but all of his monsters are going to get banished. So I'm all here sitting pretty. You know? Now, granted, I don't want to really use Imseti at the moment, but I will have to. Because I'd like to get Necroface banished, because the whole point of Necroface is like you banish the darn thing. Both players banish top 5 cards of their deck. It's really nasty. And let's see. Refrain the Melodious Songstress. Indeed. Alright. I mean, luckily anything he sends to the grave is going to get banished. So that'll help us to a degree. Although my opponent isn't stopping, so that makes me think that they don't really care that their cards are going to get banished. We'll find out. Alright, so Couplet is going to get you the Spell Trap. Yep. That'll get you your Concerto. Yep. Now, the good thing will be is that if these get banned, I don't think you can, like, reactivate these or whatever they do if they get banished. I think they have to go to the extras deck. We'll see. Alright, Duelist Alliance, a Pendulum, or a Pendulum Spell Trap. Cool. Real cool indeed. So we'll see. Well, what I really want to draw into right now, what do I want? What does Alter want? I would really like to just top deck into, like, Gren Maju, honestly, would be fine. Although, Pod Desires would also be really cool. I'd actually like both, but I can't be too greedy. Or can I? Yes, I could, but that's not, unfortunately, how the game works. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Alright. So you got in your Pendleton Wizard. What is it? Double Iris Magician. What does it do? Dark Spellcaster. Double any battle damage that monster inflicts to the opponent this turn. Okay, cool. I guess. Alright, so Concerto is going to go off. He's going to fusion some more monsters. That will be banished. And he'll summon out another Botcha Lady. Uh-huh. Now, unfortunately, sir, you've lost your Pendulum Scales, but I assume you have something else here. Like Ada's Absolute Toot Dragon. This card's sent to the graveyard. Okay. Okay, but if he's banished, he doesn't do anything for you, so I assume his turn's... Dimension Shifter, too powerful. Well, unfortunately, normally I'd hate winning this way, but it's Troll Week, so technically that counts. But now we have to do a bonus duel because, Lord, that was fast. But yeah, against a deck that likes their graveyard, D-Shifter is absolutely awful. Because that literally was stopping my opponent from doing anything they wanted to do. So let's go ahead for the third duel. Again, just trying to get into Eiza. We've seen the Horus guys. We've seen enough of the Horus guys. I don't even want to see a Horus in the third duel. Let's just go for Eiza. That's what I want to see. Eiza on the board. Alrighty, everybody, the third opponent, the fighting third. No sign of Gren Maju yet. It's sometime with 100 days. People are like prima donnas. So hopefully this time he'll bother to show up. Come on. Okay. He just does not want to show up. Alright, well, I'm just going to immediately be like, you know, Dimension Shifter. I don't know what my opponent's playing yet, but if he's caring about their graveyard, I don't want them to care about the... Oh, hello. Ah, so you're playing some Kashtiras too, I see. Okay. That could be good or bad depending on what he has. I mean, the thing about Kashtiras, they like to be banished too. I wouldn't say like is the right word. They are okay with being banished. Let's put it that way. Okay, so the Kashtira Unicorn is going to get the Kashtira Theosis, right? I assume that you're going to get Fenrir and then go for, like, Tearlaments, possibly? Possibly. We'll find out in a second. Although this is going to get banished, so, you know, he's not going to be able to get out Tearlament. So we'll see where this is going to go. Gonna get another Unicorn. Interesting choice. Do you have... Okay, that was it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so the dude actually helped there. Okay, that's great. Alright, so the thing is, this is still in effect, so I can't go for Horus just yet. So I'm thinking Pot of Desires, and hope I don't banish every Horus card I own. Oh! It was a turn too late. It was a turn too effing late. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate indeed. Alright, this gives him a spell every turn, right? It does. Well, this is an unfortunate... You know, I'm just going to attack the Unicorn. Just keep things simple. What's the attack on this thing? 2,500? That's not enough. I'm just going to beat over the Unicorn and keep things simplistic for now. We'll activate our Soul Absorption just in case. Although I have Lightning Storms, that might have been a bad idea, but I don't care. I'm good. I'm just glad we got out Eiza, you know? He's on the board. He's doing the damage. He's not as big as I would like him to be, but it's neither here nor there, you know? You need to banish, like, a lot of things for Gren Maju to get, like, maximum power. I'm just upset because I threw into Soul Absorption off of the pot. Now, granted, if he banishes Eiza, I will gain life points. That is going to be a thing that happens. Yep. That'll gain me some life points there, baby. I could summon Baldrake to protect myself, but I don't need protecting. No, I'd rather keep this in case I draw into, like, Necroface. That would be great. Like, straight up just draw Necroface, discard Horus and Necroface, get out get out my King Sark and all that. That would be great. Magnum Hut... Aw. Let me think about that. That's an interesting choice there. Let's activate Magnum Hut. Our Shifter has already done his job, so let's banish him for now. Or, conversely, maybe we don't want to do that. Okay. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess I'll just hit you with the Lightning Storm now. Oh, you silly person. You banished my spell, you silly man. Alright. I never even checked. What did I banish earlier? I did banish a Gren Maju. Which is not ideal. Okay, Dwamtwe. Okay, a little bit of the Horus package got hit, but not enough to, like, end the duel for us. So let's go ahead for the Horus board. And again, with this deck, it's nice that we have, like, all these other options and things for if Eiza doesn't show up or I need to, like, get into him faster. And my opponent will surrender because he knew he was dead right there. That was going to be game right there. So that's a win, but we're not seeing Eiza as great as I'd like to see him. In testing, it was not that hard, so I don't know what's going on. So we got time for one more duel today. Let's go all in, all through, hit my opponent as hard as possible. We got to get Eiza clearing 8,000. If I don't, today is just a flop. So let's go for one more duel and go all in. Alrighty, everybody, the fourth and the final, fourth final opponent of the day. Last chance at romance. Want to go second with this deck, and we want to get Gren Maju to Eiza. Alright, already in love with this hand. I am in love with this hand. This hand is beautiful and special and great. Now, if I could draw into, like, Imseti and or my Sarko, that'd make even better. But I really like this hand, because I got the Pod Desires, I got a couple of Horus Boys, I've got a Gren Maju, it'll be a 4,000 Beatstick right off the bat, and my opponent's playing heroes. Man, every other person wants to play heroes. I run into them all the time, it's crazy. But it is what it is. Everyone loves that little old, the elemental hero engine thing that they got going. All right. So, yeah, it's been an interesting day. Like, we're trolling people. We're always trolling people. We're always screwing with people. That's the name of today's deck. That's the name of this week. It's just to mess with people with annoying stuff. And, you know, Gren Maju, he's one of the trolliest dudes ever to have been created. Well, we haven't seen as much as I'd like to see about him. I'm wondering if maybe my last-minute inclusion of the Bestials affected the deck more than I'd like to admit. Like, I like to have the Bestials because I can banish things like Necroface, you know? Just additional ways to getting the Necroface mill thing going, but that hasn't even happened either, so it's a thing. It's a thing, but, you know, we'll wait for my opponent to finish his turn. It's going to be a minute or two with this turn of his. So, hang tight. As soon as this guy's done, I will be back. Alrighty, so my opponent has finally finished their turn, which I'm grateful for. Let's see, what did he make? He made Sunriser, the Darkest Night, and he made Neos Lord. So we're going to go ahead and start with Lightning Storm, because why the heck not? We'll destroy my opponent's attack position monsters. It won't destroy the Lord, but it'll destroy everyone else. And then this guy will activate whatever his effect was again. Which allows him to bring back a monster. Okay, cool. And then I guess Vine will do things in my turn, because of course the hero player has to do things in my turn too. But that's okay. That is A-okay. Let me think about this. I'm thinking Gizmek Orochi is our best bet here. Is this going to add, what do you have, like Neos? What do you call it? Do you have Honesty Neos, boy? Possibly? I'm going to guess he does. Or he has Plasma. Okay, Plasma's not the worst thing in the world. We're going to activate our Foolish Burial spell. So just let me send one of my monsters to the grave. We're going to send our best buddy, our Gizmek Orochi. And then I will risk it for a biscuit and go for Pod Desires. Come on. Pod Desires, turn. Bring me another copy of yourself. Okay. Let's go ahead and use Gizmek Orochi. Just mill more cards. Hey, yo, bring this guy onto the board. Now, Gizmek Orochi does have a pop effect, but unfortunately this guy can't be destroyed by stuff. So let me think about this. Thinking about this. Let's Lebellion. Is Druid's Worm alive? Hey, Druid's Worm lived! He survived all that. Nice. That's what I like to see. That I don't like to see as much. Okay, I kind of forgot about that part. He got to steal my Gizmek. Okay. Let me think about this. I mean, I'll summon out my boy. Go forth, Gren Maju, 7,200 point Beatstick of Doom. I really wish I could banish more cards. Oh, wait, I can banish more cards. What am I talking about? Let's banish this guy. I don't trust him. And we'll summon out Druid's Worm. And let's see. Yes, that's right. I will use Bestial Lebellion to get rid of Druid's Worm. Because when Druid's Worm hits the graveyard, he sends my opponent's stuff to the graveyard. But chumba. So this won't be quite enough to win the duel, but it's gonna be very close. I'm sorry, Gizmek, you're gonna have to die for me. Sorry, brother, but you will be back. I have enough cards left to summon you one more time, brother. Alrighty, so that'll be good for now. Hey, you know, no matter what this dude top decks into, which I don't know what he can top deck into. Okay, he has another Ferris, of course he does. Balls. He had another Ferris on top of everything. What is his last card? I guess he doesn't have another hero. No, he had Neos at one point. What the heck happened to it? I don't know. But he has Ferris on the board. And he can't do nothing with it because he already used Increase and he already had the one. Ooh. It has to be done. It has to be done. Pie Desires. Bring me the desire I've always had. Double Eyes of Doom. Alrighty. Well, that'll be good. That's how you end a Gren Maju deck video. 11,000 points of Gren Maju times 2, baby. So, I'm happy with that. You know, all my discomfort for the last 3 duels were not having Eiza on the board much. This was great. This is what we wanted to see. Great way to finish it off. So let's go for the end screen. Talk more about this deck here. Alrighty, everybody. Gren Maju and Pals went 4-0 today, which is actually pretty dang good. I was expecting more like 3-1 or something, because the deck's not perfect, but we were able to pull it off against everything that came up against us today. You know, good old Gren Maju, he takes a little bit of setup to work, but when he gets set up, boy oh boy is he amazing. He just gets really, really big, starts hitting my opponent, and you know, he pluses off my opponent's misfortune. And there's nothing more trolly than that. So it was a bit of a thing sometimes. You know, the Horse lineup I do like. They did kind of like take over a few times in today's duels, so I don't know. I feel like it wasn't as much Gren Maju as I liked, but we got plenty of it in that 4th duel. So any misconceptions I have, any sort of hesitations I have, they're out the window. Horus, you did great. Bistials, you were a last minute thing, but you came in clutch too. Who else? Kashtira's, you guys did stuff too. So we got to do like most of what this deck can do in like different conjoining pieces and things. You know, nothing happened like for example, we didn't have absorption on the field with desires. We didn't get to mill like 15 cards with Necroface, but that's okay. Those are all possibilities in this deck. Those are all things that can happen. And so I'm happy with today's deck. I hope you guys are too. If you did, smack that like button. Subscribe for more. If you like big numbers, you gotta subscribe, because we put 11,000 points of Gren Maju on the board twice in one duel. So that's here's today's deck. Here's today's deck. Take it out, have a good time with it. So for our main deck, we're playing pretty basic things. The Horus package with 3 of Imseti and 1 of the other 3. We have 2 copies of Bestial Rebellion, 1 Gizmek Orochi, which I find 1 is just fine, honestly. 1 copy of Unicorn, 2 copies of Fenrir, 1 Cheerlement Kashtira. We have the Bestial Druisworm, Magnum Hut, and Baldrake as well. Triple Dimension Shifter, triple Necroface, triple Gren Maju, 1 Eater Millions. You might think, why only 1 Eater? It's because we're not going to be banishing our whole extra deck like constantly or anything, so 1 is plenty. You could run 2 if you wanted to, but I find 1 is fine. 2 copies of Lightning Storm and a Harpy's Feather Duster for backer removal. 1 Castrophriosis, so I can go for my big old rank 7 plays here. Triple Pot of Desires, because every time you play it, that's a 4,000 point boost onto Gren Maju. Good old Gold Sark to banish our Necrofaces, to mill our deck, mill our opponent, all the good stuff. Good old Foolish Burial, same kind of concept. You're sending things like Necroface, you're sending things like Gizmek Orochi to the grave. You're going to be banishing Necroface with any of our Bestial monsters. You're going to summon out Gizmek with his effect. You have things like our Call of the Grave, just to stop Ash Blossoms and like. 2 Forbidden Lance. It may cost me some attack points, but I'd rather not get impermed. That's the reason we play this. Triple King Sarko for doing the whole Horus thing. 2 Soul Absorption to get lots of life points when we banish cards. And then lastly, Kashtira Birth to revive our Kashtira monsters. So after the extra deck, a lot of cool things we have in here. There's things like World Gears with Theological Demiurgy, which we didn't get to see today, but we made a whole deck about this guy like forever ago on the 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, it's in there, so I want to say it's like day 10, something like that. Day 8 or day 10, something like that. We made a whole deck about this dude, so I'm not too bummed not summoning him out. 2 copies of Yugioh for drawing into more things. If I just want to like dig in to get to Gren Maju, use the horses to make this thing, that's a good option. The double Baguska is completely irrelevant in this deck. I mostly have this for, you know, targets for Eater Millions. So this can literally be whatever you want. There's things like Kashtira Shangri-La if you get 2 Kashtiras but no more. There's things like number 7. He's just a funny guy to summon. What can I say? I like number 7. Same with like Dracosac if you want to like have some popping of your opponent's stuff. If you want to burn your opponent, this Red Ice Flare Metal Dragon. There's things like Lancelot, which is great for attacking directly, popping cards, having an Omni-Negate. really good card all around. Things like Din Gears for protecting our boards, especially if you manage to make like World Gears on the same turn. Like if you make Gears and you make Din Gearzu, you can nuke your opponent's board, but your board will be safe. So that's why we play these two in conjunction. And then again, the rest of the X deck's pretty irrelevant because again, we're banishing most of the X deck with things like Eater of Millions. So this just like whatever you want pretty much. I mean, you could put like AA Zeus, Typhon, stuff of that nature. But ultimately, the other spaces are irrelevant to the deck. It's just like things you want to be banished. Now, as for the side deck, there's other cards. I was considering more bestial things like Albalos to like negate my opponent's extra deck monsters, but it kind of clashes with what the rest of the deck does. But it's a cool card nonetheless. There's also a Kaiju package if you want to go for that. If your opponent's playing like, I don't know, Red Eyes Dragoon, things of that nature. You want to just get rid of that. Things like Kaijus can help you out there. More Bestial Rebellion if you want to make the Bestials a little more consistent. Things for, you know, the Kashtira lineup, more Bestials of that nature. We got things like the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber for a nuke. Branded, more of the branded stuff really is in the side deck here. If you want to make branded more of a presence here. So that was today's deck, everybody. I hope you did enjoy it. Tomorrow is the grand finale of Troll Week. And, well, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I think we all know. We all know what the final day of Troll Week has to be. I think we do. So tune in next time for one last day of trolling, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, y'all stay safe and happy. And you keep on trolling, trollsters.